From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, June the 22nd, 2017. White House Special Advisor Jared Kushner is back in the U.S. after his one-day visit to Israel. Kushner met with Israeli and Palestinian officials, including sitting down with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem and with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah. White House spokesman Sean Spicer said the United States officials and Israeli leadership underscored that forging peace will take time and stressed the importance of doing everything possible to create an environment conducive to peacemaking. Regarding the meet with Abbas, the White House said that Kushner and Abbas reaffirmed their commitment to advancing President Trump's goal of a genuine and lasting peace between Israel and the Palestinians, stressing that such a process would take time. Palestinian media cited senior aide to Abbas, Nabil Abu Radene, saying that all the permanent status issues, including refugees and prisoners, were discussed during the meeting, and that Kushner told Abbas that the U.S. is committed to reaching a serious peace deal. All of America has been moved by the story of Otto Warmbier, the American held captive by North Korea for 17 months for taking down a poster before finally being returned to America in a coma. Sadly, this past Monday, Otto passed away. What many do not know is that Otto Warmbier was Jewish. Otto's family explained that they had not gone public with the fact that their son was Jewish for fear of making negotiations with North Korea more difficult. Today, some 2,000 mourners gathered in Wyoming, Ohio, to remember the American Jewish college student who had been active in Hillel at the University of Virginia and had visited Israel on birthright in 2014. The public memorial held at Wyoming High School was officiated by Rabbi Jake Rubin, who is the University of Virginia Campus Hillel director. A court in Jerusalem ruled today that Israel's national airline, El Al, may not ask women to change seats in order to accommodate an ultra-Orthodox man. Some in the ultra-Orthodox community say that because they are prohibited from physical contact with women who are not their wives, they also may not sit next to a woman. In 2015, 83-year-old Renee Rabinowitz was asked to switch her seat on an El Al flight from Newark to Israel for that reason. Rabinowitz moved but was disturbed by the incident and turned to the Religious Action Center, the legal advocacy arm of the reform movement in Israel, to sue El Al. In a landmark decision handed down yesterday, Magistrate Court Judge Dana Cohen-Lekach said the airline's policy was, quote, a direct transgression of the law preventing discrimination. Executive Director of Iraq, Anat Hoffman, said Rabinowitz was aiming to prevent humiliation and discrimination of other women on flights. Hoffman said, just like Gal Gadot, referring to the Israeli actress starring in the Wonder Woman movie, Rabinowitz is a beautiful Israeli who has proven that she has superpowers. The Vatican announced the appointment of two rabbis to the Pontifical Academy of Life. Rabbi Abraham Steinberg from Israel and Rabbi Fernando Slagen of Argentina will become the first rabbis invited by the Pope to be members of the Academy. Steinberg won the Israel Prize in 1999 for original rabbinic literature. He is also the director of the Medical Ethics Unit of Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center in Jerusalem and director of the editorial committee of the Talmudic Encyclopedia. Slagen is the director of the Department of Culture for the AMIA Jewish Center in Buenos Aires and a professor in the Department of Philosophy and Letters at the University of Buenos Aires. The Pontifical Academy is described for the promotion and defense of human life, especially regarding bioethics, as it regards Christian morality. And finally, a note to all of you watching JBS in the Greater New York metropolitan area. This coming Thursday, June the 29th at 7:30 p.m., JBS will be taping an edition of L'Chaim before a live audience at the Center for Jewish History in Manhattan. The program will address questions arising from a paid ad run by the Jewish Forward by convicted Palestinian murderer Marwan Barghouti, and will explore the tension between the Jewish commitment to freedom of expression and Jewish commitment to defending the State of Israel. Mark Golub will be joined by constitutional expert Floyd Abrams, by a distinguished fellow at NYU Law School Thane Rosenbaum, and by the president of the Forward, Sam Norridge. And you are invited to be there. Admission is free of charge, and you can make your reservations online at programs.cjh.org. That's this coming Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. at the Center for Jewish History, 15 West 16th Street in Manhattan. We hope you'll all be there. Looking now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, June the 22nd. At 7 o'clock, it's Talmud Study with Rabbi Mordechai Becker. At 7:30, a look at the efforts to combat the BDS movement on college campuses. At 9 tonight, Mark Golub sits down with Avi Goldwasser for part 2 of L'chaim, where Goldwasser talks about the degree to which anti-Israel is veiled anti-Semitism and what he believes motivates Jews who vilify Israel. At 10, Professor Tzvi Gittelman talks about the various ways in which nationality and religion are used to describe Jews in Eastern Europe and the former Soviet Union in a program of Limud FSU. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, In the News, where I sit in for Mark Golub to speak with world prominent Nazi hunter Dr. Ephraim Zuroff, who leads the Jerusalem office of the Simon Wiesenthal Center, to discuss the recent discovery in Argentina of a vast collection of Nazi artifacts and the recent efforts to deport a convicted Nazi living in New York. That's on tonight's In the News at 6:30. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, June the 22nd, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.